against Gunnermaniac, and there's the brawl. Gunner online with the Pikachu. Now, I remember seeing this Pikachu as well from a multitude of other events, not currently seated in the top 4, in the top 8, but could absolutely make a run here through losers or perhaps even through winners. Gunnermaniac with some excellent Pikachu movement, a character that has always been kind of experimented at the task level, but trying to do it well on the personal level.
Exactly, and Gunner's like one of those players that a little bit, like, you don't want to sleep on him. Like previously, easily a top 10 player, like knocked down to number 12 this year, but just because you don't have the number next to your name doesn't mean nothing. Gunner is out to show that this character can do it in the year 2025. And as opponent, we already talked a little bit about Cody, and I am digging, like, Marth might be my favorite plat fight character. Brawl Marth is just so sick to watch.
Brawl Marth is so good.
The character has a bag of tricks, some movement options on that platform, which you're already seeing with the landings, and then we have like setups off of grab release. You have fundamental spacing tools, going for tippers versus not going for tippers purposefully to change up your combo timings. Like, this character just has so many cool, unique options.
It's like a perfect blend of like unique character traits, meshing with fundamental spacing, meshing with a solid, just like all-purpose buttons between like forward air and dancing blade.
Yep.
Like you blend it all together into a character that just plays this perfect disciplined mid-range with a solid follow-up potential and confirmed potential. Meanwhile, Pikachu's like a specialist.
Oh yeah, like this character is one that you don't see as frequently, primarily because of the stubbiness of it. Like this is something where you don't have like the explosive combo game. You have a solid edge guarding game, but it's kind of hard to edge guard the top tiers in this game. Marth is one of those characters that you can actually edge guard though, but this is the issue. He's at 160. You're not really at a threat to kill for a little bit longer.
Instant dancing blade, 12%. Matters a ton if you can just live for so long at that forward air, just hitting so deep and importantly so low. It's even harder for Pikachu to get under it.
Rising forward air into falling forward air is one of the most tilting things in the world. It's so good.
I mean, you can talk to any melee player and it's like, Marth double fair? Yeah, I don't like that.
Exactly. This character just has so many options between that and like the tipper down tilt and then just the neutral air at edge. You just slow fall neutral air, fade back and say, yeah, I'm going to cover all these options, and if you dare swing at me, I'll have another hitbox ready. Look at that, the up B cancel into the neutral air. That's that Pikachu tech you talked about. Task level Gunnermaniac had her shown that we don't need the AI to do this. He's got the human touch.
The difference is, can you turn any of that like execution into massive damage? We've been seeing Gunner do a really good job of moving around, playing to ledge, getting to platform, you know, having all of this safe pressure with T-Jolts as well. But it hasn't really amassed out into a lot of big damage opportunities, just little bits of nickel and dimes that you can win with. But at a deficit like this, you need something a little more.
True. We're already seeing the platform movement from Cody. I dig it. So I do feel like one of the big strengths about Pikachu is that if you get the lead.
Oh, hello.
If you get the lead, you can really, really claim space with the projectile game plan and the movement. But the problem is, Cody came out firing on all cylinders stock 1. And because that Gunner has had to be aggressive, and that's not necessarily where Pikachu wants to be.
Oh, got one up air into that up smash. No jump on Cody that entire time, and reading the roll. Okay, Gunnermaniac starting to be right a couple times over. That's what you need to be, either right or find well-scouted options the entire time.
Did you see Gunner just like posting up on that platform?
That feint was so good. The drift and double jump air dodge back, just baiting Cody into reversal. And granted, props to Cody, he didn't fight on that, but is still getting kind of overwhelmed, hit by hit, bit by bit. 72%, not much in order to consider how high Gunnermaniac has been living on the percentage count. Down throw.
I love the immediate throw into just dash forward. I dare you to DIN. I double dare you, please.
0%. Oh, went for a huge dash grab. What a commitment.
But now stuck in the corner, hitbox are there, and that's the benefit of this stage, that you can just kind of wait on the platform and then use that up B cancel to ensure that you have a safe egress from that disadvantageous position.
Ready for a quick up throw.
Oh, even when you perfect shield that side B, you have to either respect that I'm going to side B again, hit with 2 or 3, or I just get the dash grab or even a pivot grab from Marth.
the conditional out of shield options are always so important against high movement characters like Pikachu, because you never know what side or what angle they're going to take your shield. But thankfully, Marth has a wide sweeping hitboxes on all sides. It's just a matter of recognition and reaction, and that is exactly what Cody utilized to take that game number 1. Recognize that most of the time, Cody was doing a jump and either fade back air dodge or utilizing quick attack to get away, and he was not going to have an excellent overshoot.
Now, the question becomes, do you think we're going to go back to that stage or maybe something like a Lilat?
Lilat is another interesting one, but we're absolutely seeing this stage.
Yeah.
Like the platform and the utility that it provides is way too important for Pikachu to ever consider leaving this stage, especially depending on bans.
I can see that, yeah.
So at a certain point, you just have to acknowledge that, you know, it's not the problem with the stage, and it's not the problem with the character. I just have to find those extra windows that led to the Furious Stock 2 comeback, rather than, you know, getting overwhelmed and chipped away.
Yeah, you're right. It isn't the stage. It's the best player in the world that you're facing.
Yeah.
That's always a bit of a tough hill to climb for sure.
But no, if you took 1 stock, you can take 3.
Exactly.
It's just a matter of how you play it. Oh,
great trade right there. Max distance on that. But then the bad DI from the up B. That was so smart by Cody.
You know, that was something that we have yet to bring up. Like, you know, a character. I talked about Marth's out of shield game a little bit and how a lot of those sweeping hitboxes can always catch Pikachu if you recognize what side he's on. But that invincible up B out of shield is another best friend that you're going to have.
Oh, yeah. That is definitely one of those where it's like, don't touch my shield, please. I insist.
Yeah, like, please give me my personal space. It is appreciated, and that personal space is exactly at the tipper of my sword.
And you saw that he can actually like get the B reversal too on it, like right there.
Yeah.
Like the reason why Gunner probably wasn't ready for that was that he was trying to get a fast fall going. And anytime you're fast falling after an aerial and then you just get swatted away, you just find yourself quickly at a really bad angle.
Tries for the thunder. No dice. No dice on the connection. Already that bad DI on stock 1 is just making its mark.
It's like I said, Pikachu likes to play with a little bit of a lead, and so far, Gunner hasn't been able to do that whatsoever with Cody. Another up B in the corner and another early stock.
Tries for another thunder confirm. Anything in order to just chip that stock away. 110, but a blue thunder hit or just a high up thunder line could change how you feel about the game. Like going from 116 to 0% where you actually get to play your normal game plan again, that matters so much.
Going for it all right there with the down air. I do dig that from Gunner. That is one of the big things that Pikachu can do in this game is that you can basically recover from just about everything. But yeah, that pivot tipper forward smash, that's got a little flex by Cody. I'm going to walk forward and let you know.
Oh, and overshooting the up smash too can run right through him. Time for F-Tilt, the stagger pressure from Dancing Blade. Double tipper nair, went for it all with an up smash read. Cody is just putting together a show of, I have more information than you do right now, and I'm going to make you feel like it.
The weight differential. It feels like Marth, typically a character that can struggle to kill if he doesn't land the tippers. The problem has just been that Cody's landing the tippers every single time. And
the delay, even the slow standard getup is not going to be enough for the Ledge Hog. 120, trying to run forward, but finally a forward smash, massively disjointed, but at 120, you've got some work to do.
Oh, the DI mix right there with the instant toss into just the chase down with the aerial, and 2 tippers is all it takes. Cody showing off why the Marth is such a good option and these characters in the meta.
Man, just swing at a disadvantage sometimes. Getting hit is not, I shouldn't even say disadvantage, right? Because Brawl changes the game. The hit stun is very, very low. Getting hit is not cementing you in disadvantage.
No.
You see this not just in Brawl, but in a ton of fighting games. Just because you took a jab doesn't mean you shouldn't press forward and take your frames or take your opportunity if you think your opponent's going to stagger or if your opponent's not in a position to complete the combo. So yeah, that up air connected, but I mean, Cody was literally at 0. It was worthwhile for him to swing that sword.
Knowing when to be aggressive in disadvantage is an art form in Brawl.
Truly.
It feels as though a lot of players, when they pick up the game, they'll try to hit buttons out of disadvantage and they'll get punished with it consistently. So those mid-level players know you need to play a little bit more passive, rely on your defensive options like air dodge or fast fall into shield. And then you get to the high-level players who are like, but every now and then you need to swing. Because if you're too predictable, then you'll get red or you will never be able to take a turn. Sometimes you need to seize the advantage from your opponent by being aggressive when they are passive.
Yeah, and those stagger pressure can get blown up by a well-timed mash, and as we've seen before, as we've kind of talked about before, there was already the separation between combo state and advantage state, but now you got to consider that advantage state is not your opponent is in hit stun.
True.
Your advantage state is when your opponent is actively in a position that's detrimental to them, that you or your opponent is in that detrimental position. That way you can press or hold a position that matters. And swinging from disadvantage, swinging from off stage to get an up air, sometimes that can work, sometimes absolutely can't.
I mean, Brawl is part of the reason why I talk about stage positioning so frequently.
It's so important.
Because that is where your advantage state is.
Yeah.
If you have the center part of the stage, in like Ultimate, it'll last for 2 seconds. In Smash 4, it'll last for 4 seconds.
In Brawl, it'll last for a minute.
Exactly. I have seen matches where it's like Snake versus D3, and Snake is in the corner for a solid minute and a half and just cannot get out because the D3 reads defensive options, and Snake doesn't have the time